Welcome aboard Train 1. We're riding the rails to Trainer, Pennsylvania, and we've got some time to kill. Let's play some trivia. Rail fans, introduce yourselves.
I'm John, and I was told that this wasn't the train episode.
I'm Joe, and I've been on a train.
I'm Alec. What's a train?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Well, you'll find out. Okay, so, not surprisingly, the topic for this week is trains. And yes, I did just lie to John about this about an hour ago.
I'm distraught. This is going to be...
Well,
it's going to be a banger. Let's get going.
I'm excited.
We'll see how well you know your bullet train.
I've been on a bullet train before.
Okay.
That's my one credential for this show.
Yes. Okay, the rules for this round are as follows. There are going to be 3 progressively more difficult levels, each consisting of 5 questions. Level 1 questions are worth 1 point, level 2 questions are worth 2 points, and so on. Since the 2-century-long history of trains is filled with a seemingly inordinate amount of information, for particularly difficult questions, I will give multiple choice options. However, if a player is able to guess the correct answer before the options are read, they will receive double the point value for that question. Please keep track of your own points. John. There will also be a single challenge question in the game where I will give a fake answer to the question. Once per game, each player can challenge what I say is the correct answer. If a player correctly challenges the fake answer, they are awarded 3 points. But if they incorrectly challenge a correct answer, they lose 3 points. Multiple players can challenge the same question. Whoever buzzes in first and answers correctly gets the points. Okay. With that out of the way, let's start the game.
Hey, can we Google?
No, you can. I should have said that. No, you cannot Google, John.
Mozilla
Firefox. You cannot Google or Bing or any of those.
What if I have
I'm
a
in my
train
villain
book?
era, so I'm leaning into it.
Bang?
Okay. Can you bang?
Duck, duck, go.
Well, just a question. So if we guess before you finish saying, we get double points?
No. If it's a multiple choice question, I will let you know.
Okay,
and if you know the answer before I read the options, you'll get double the points.
Got it. Cool.
But that's only for like hard ones. So.
Yep.
Okay. But these are pretty easy.
Only for, like,
okay.
I'm screwed
ones.
Are we using a buzzer today?
Yes.
Sweet.
So buzz in. Here we go. Question 1. Which city was the first to build an underground railway? Okay, I see Joe as the first one to buzz in.
Was it perchance London with the Metropolitan Railway?
That is correct. It was London with the metro opening in 1863 and still operating to this day.
Throwback to the Circles episode, if you've not seen the Circles
there
episode.
There we go. Shout out to Circles and
Deep Cut.
And West Virginia's independence from Virginia, I guess.
I don't think Cooper ever forgave me for that.
Alrighty, question 2. This is a multiple choice question. Which is the largest railroad company in the U.S.? This is by both length of network and by revenue. Does anyone have any guesses before I read the options? There are no penalties for a wrong guess. Okay, John?
Is it Amtrak?
It is not Amtrak.
It's not Amtrak.
Joe, Alec, do you guys have any guesses before I read the options?
Oh, there's options? I would like to hear the options.
Okay, here we go. So the options are A, Norfolk Southern, B, BNSF, C, Union Pacific, D, Amtrak, which John already eliminated, and E, CSX. Okay, Joe was the first to buzz in.
I had it in my mind that it was something SF, so I think it might... Once I heard BNSF, I think that's the one I'm going to go with.
That is correct. Joe is absolutely killing it. BNS...
Is this episode just going to be a bunch of acronyms that I don't know?
Yes, it is BNSF with 32,500 miles of track and $29 billion in revenue in 2020. John, fun fact, Amtrak only owns 623 miles of track. The rest of their trains run on freight train rails. So,
I've just been fed Amtrak propaganda, I guess.
Anyway.
Well, most train tracks people can't ride on, right? So...
Not with that attitude. That is a lack of spirit there.
Just wait till we get to the people riding on train tracks question.
Yeah, John just putting on some roller skates and sliding down the train tracks.
There you go.
Isn't there a musical about that?
We do not encourage this behavior.
No, there's a musical about... what is it? something Express.
The Starlight Express. The Starlight Express. It's Andrew Lloyd Webber, and we don't talk about it.
And Tom Hanks plays Santa Claus.
Everyone. He plays everyone.
All right, here we go. Question 3. Which country was the first to build and operate a railway built specifically for high-speed trains? Okay, John?
It's Japan.
That is correct. I knew
Come
you'd get that one.
I knew that.
I've been there.
Yes,
I wrote on that.
So Japan in 1964 with the well-known Shinkansen, or bullet train, which operated at 130 miles per hour. It still operates to this day, but now at 200 miles per hour. All right,
Wow.
Clear those buzzers. Question 4. This is a multiple choice question. One of my personal favorite locomotives, the General Electric Genesis P42DC, which is used in passenger service on New Jersey Transit, Amtrak, Metro-North Railroad, and Via Rail in Canada, was designed by famed Chilean designer Cesar Vergara. Notably, it was one of the very first locomotives to employ a monocoque design. What does this mean? Does anyone have a guess before I read the options?
Monocoque.
Sure, why not? I'd like to.
Okay.
Why not? Does it mean that it only has like one engine, like one cockpit?
Okay. I don't want to reveal that. Joe?
I have an answer, but it's wrong, so I'm going to wait.
Okay. And Alec, do you have a guess?
Okay, monocoque.
Do you want me to spell that for you?
Yes.
It's
I don't need you to, but I
MONO.
want you to.
Yes. It's MONOCOQUE.
Ooh.
Unfortunate.
Is that monocoque way?
If you just want to
I'm gonna-
wait for the multiple choice options, you can.
I gotta.
Joe, you're British. You know that that's silent.
I have no chance of getting any points unless I risk it. So I'm gonna say
Just do it.
They only have like one lever in the engine place.
My whole job here is to pull this one lever, and that's it.
And it's the whistle.
They don't have like 10,000 different levers. They just have one.
They just have one. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna... those are not really close, so let's go ahead and go on to the options. Option A, it has only one pair of trucks. B, it contains only one diesel generator. C, it utilizes a one-piece shell design for structural rigidity. Or D, it is designed for operation in only one direction. Okay, I see John as the first to buzz in.
I'm gonna go with the structural rigidity one.
That is correct. Yes.
It felt right. That, and I saw Joe also like go, oh, that sounds like the one over the call, and I was just like,
need
I'm gonna
my
rip this out
poker
of
face.
Joe's cold dead hands.
So it utilizes a single shell design where it gets its structural rigidity from the shell itself, which makes it lighter, but in a wreck it's more difficult to repair, obviously, because you have to replace the whole shell. And as a result of this, Amtrak has been bolting nose cones on the front of their units, so if they crash into a car at a grade crossing, it doesn't damage the unit itself. So
And let's be
Yeah.
frank. Amtrak crashes are often.
Yeah, because we're worried about the train.
well,
We're worried about the train in that situation.
the train is the important part. That's the investment.
it is, right. People, yeah. Okay, let's clear those buzzers. There we go. Okay, question 5. This is the last one for this round. In 1970, President Richard Nixon signed the Rail Passenger Service Act into law. This act created the National Railroad Passenger Corporation, or NRPC, that would receive taxpayer funding and assume operation of intercity passenger trains. What is the better-known name for this corporation that is still in operation today? Okay, I see Joe as the first.
Is it Amtrak?
That's correct. Good job, Joe.
I'm gonna
Really?
do so bad later. It's gonna catch up with
Joe
me.
is absolutely killing it. All right, John, let's get an update on points.
All right, Alec is at 0. I'm at 2, and Joe is at 3. It's impressive that we've gotten all of the points so far, because I have no idea what's going on.
Well, let's see if Alec can get off the ground here.
Yeah, thanks.
It's the train
everyone.
episode. You're not supposed to get off the ground.
I knew multiple of those, and I just didn't buzz in fast enough.
Well, get those buzzer fingers ready. Okay, here we go. Level 2. These questions are worth 2 points apiece. Question 6. In what year did the number of miles of railroad track in the U.S. hit its peak? I'm just saying the closest is correct on this one. And you get a 1-point bonus if you can guess the number of miles to the nearest 50,000. So I'm being very generous here.
To the
Okay,
nearest
Alec
50,000.
is first.
Okay, the year, it was 1947. And the number of miles, I'm going to go with 700,000.
Okay.
Why are you laughing at me?
My poker face is really bad. Okay,
I have no concept of
1947 700,000 miles. Okay, Joe, you're next.
I think I'm going to be laughed at too, because I'm thinking 1923, and I was going to say 970,000 miles.
Okay. And John?
We're all so
All
stupid.
right, I'm so dumb with trains. 1910, and Joe, what was your answer? So I can stay away from yours.
19.
So I can like keep
Joe's
your
was
50,000 range.
970,000.
I'm glad you remember because I don't.
970,000. I'll try to sit in the middle, and I'll say like 850,000.
Okay. So the answer, I'm going to give the points to John for the year, because the year was 1916. He was only 6 years off.
Excuse me.
Yeah, you were 7
years off,
You were
Joe.
7
Wait,
years off, Joe.
What did I say?
You said 1923.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
I love arguing math on this show. It's such great listening content.
Math more.
And then I'm not going to give anyone the point for the miles, because it was 250,000 miles of track. So
Okay,
you all were
close.
like more than
Okay,
double.
we read you laughing at Alec wrong then.
Here's why I went so high. Because you said we would get it from the nearest 50,000. That's a 20% buffer you gave us.
Well, I was hoping that someone would guess actually 250,000, because like it's 700,000 is like
When you
too
said
much.
that's like the increment, I think it's got to be a lot bigger than that.
Did you not learn about this in
Sam, I
elementary
have
school?
absolutely no concept of how many like miles of road we have in this country.
Well, I
as
don't know
opposed
that.
to
At least
I'm
10.
the train
even.
expert here.
At least 10, between 10 and a million, I guess. I don't know.
Might be more than a million. I don't know.
Okay, well, I feel bad looking at Alex, so I'm going to give him the points, even though he was almost triple the correct answer.
You're giving
Like, he was
Alec a point
closest.
because you feel bad? How many
yes.
points
He
is
looked
that?
at me and
One.
felt sorry.
So
For
Alec
the
gets
listeners
one.
at home, I was doing the thing with the fingers.
Yes, yep.
Yeah, Alec does look pitiful. I can vouch
Beautiful.
for that.
And I want everyone to have a fun experience with trains, so we're going to give Alec a point so he feels better.
Aw.
We're spreading the wealth through trains.
We're spreading
Thanks,
the wealth.
trains.
Okay.
Choo-choo.
Question 7. What major U.S. historical event in 1863 helped to significantly publicize George Pullman's passenger cars and, by extension, passenger train travel? Joe?
Was it when the two met in Utah, the Pacific Railroad and the other one from
Other one.
the east, when they met
To form the
at that one
Transcontinental
point in
Railroad
Utah?
you're talking about?
When
Yes.
they kissed.
When they kissed. Remember when they
kissed.
kissed
When they
in
kissed.
1863?
What if
That
we
is
kissed
not correct,
in
Joe.
Utah?
In 1863. I think the answer is you get burned at the stake, but I'm not sure.
Okay, Alec, you're up next.
My guess is the Civil War, because they had to bus a lot of soldiers around.
That is incorrect.
Darn.
John?
My guess was going to be the Civil War stopped. The non-Civil War.
In 1863.
Civil War.
The absence of I don't know.
Okay,
Joe,
I will say...
I don't know what's going on
I will
here.
say that Alec and John are the closest. If anyone
Alec,
wants to
what if
take
we
another
kissed
stab
with
at
our
it.
trivia answers.
Alec?
Slavery?
Oh wait, I might have an idea. Actually,
Okay, John, you're up next. It's not slavery, Alec, unfortunately.
was it due to like the secession crisis, where states started leaving the union, and everyone's just like, I need to go home.
No.
I can't be where I'm at right now, so I have to go back to my state.
Oh,
No.
I've got it. Let me go again.
No.
Well, Joe has another chance.
Joe's here. Let Joe be here.
I am going to say Abraham Lincoln traveling around the Union.
I've got it. If that's not it.
Go ahead.
Gold Rush.
No. Okay.
Dang it!
I'm going to go ahead and give the points to Joe because Joe said Abraham Lincoln traveling around, which I guess he kind of was doing that here. It was the assassination of Abraham Lincoln.
In 1863?
I thought that was
Yes.
after that. Dang.
That was 1865. Oh, that's the fake answer I challenged right now. I'm challenging.
Wait.
I'll
hold
do
on.
that too. I have points to challenge
Wait a
with,
sec.
actually.
My research might be wrong here because that definitely was not the
I thought
challenge.
he died later than that.
He did. He died
I
April
wish I could
4th.
Google about it.
He died, well, he was shot on my birthday. Okay, I guess I just doxed myself, but he was shot on my birthday and died
No,
the
you're
day
right.
after.
Dox myself with my birthday that I share with millions of
Okay,
people.
everyone send a bunch of gifts to Joe on his birthday as a prank.
Okay, so the story behind this is after Lincoln's death, a Pullman car was used as part of the cortege that traveled through the Midwest while returning his body to Illinois, which resulted in huge publicity for the passenger cars. A cool fun fact is that when Pullman died in 1897, his replacement as head of his passenger car company was none other than Robert Todd Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln's eldest son.
Cool, but it was still 1865.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
did you admit
apologize
that
to
you
the
were
listeners.
wrong about the date?
Yes, I don't know why I typed 1863. Now, in retrospect, I
Okay.
realized that was not correct and led you guys astray.
I got
I've introspected.
I respect your correction live on the air.
Thank you.
There we go.
Okay, question 8. An engineer that designed the original body of Japan's bullet train also designed what infamous piece of military equipment for the Japanese during World War II? Okay, Alec?
I'm gonna say, I don't know the name of it, but I'm gonna say like the kamikaze planes.
That is correct. It was specifically the Yokosuka MXY-7 Oka. The engineer...
Here we are with the acronyms John doesn't know
It's on the tip of
anymore.
my tongue.
I'm just saying it so I can, but I'll give Alec the 2 points for that. The engineer who reportedly felt bad about how his design had been used, as a result of that, he designed the legendary bullet train. And fun fact, I just told this to John earlier, to this day, there have been 0 accident-related fatalities on the bullet train for its entire 58-year history. So
Wow.
it has an unblemished
say that.
safety record.
Accident related?
Yes.
Well, one of those, I remember this from the story Sam was telling me, one of those was a guy who lit himself on fire after killing 2 other passengers on the bullet train, which we
No,
can't
no.
really
He
blame on the bullet train now,
No.
can we?
He committed suicide by lighting himself on fire, which the fire killed 2 other people.
The fire killed 2 other people
Yes.
on accident. That's accident related.
No, accident on the train, whatever.
That was an accident that was on the train!
It's impressive. How can they stop that? Okay.
But I bet they didn't advertise that, hey,
No one's died on this train except for that suicide fire guy.
We don't talk about him.
Okay, I guess I should have said train accident related. I apologize. But yes,
It hasn't,
0
like,
train
hit
accident related
anything.
fatalities. Yes, correct.
It's just too fast, it goes right through it. It, like, phases through.
Right. Okay, question 9. This is a multiple choice question. If I were to say that a train has a mixed consist, this would indicate that it contains both freight cars and what? Okay,
oh,
Alec?
I missed it because it cleared.
Okay, so it has freight cars, which I understand to be like they're transporting like goods. So does that mean it also
Cars with freight in them.
it also has passenger cars?
Good job, Alec. That is correct. So, freight cars and passenger cars create a mixed consist. A great example of this is Amtrak's Auto Train, which travels between Virginia and Florida, where passengers can take their own vehicle with them on the journey.
The worst part about this
My
whole thing
uncle
is that
did
Alec
that.
got 4 points for this.
That's the worst part, especially since John has how many points?
1 second. I'm too busy tallying your 4 points.
I got the
I
right
only
answer.
have 4 points.
It was a good answer. Okay. We've got 1 question left this round. Here we go. Question 10. This is going to use Price is Right rules. In 2021, how many fatalities occurred at U.S. railroad crossings?
In 2021.
Okay, Joe?
So this is just like at the crossings, right? Not like because
Not like
trains that
trespassers
fall
and
off.
stuff like that.
No fire
Okay.
Right.
people.
Not trains
But-
falling off at
okay.
railroad crossings.
Okay, cool. I am going to say that is a solid 68.
Okay. We've got John next.
I was going to go a little bit higher and say 200.
Okay. And then Alec,
This is in the US, right?
just in the U.S. Yes.
I'm gonna say 100.
100. Okay, the answer is 237. So I'm going to give that one to John.
That was pretty good.
This represents a 21% increase from 2020. There were also 653 injuries and a total of 2,131 collisions. And now, since we're at the end of round 2, this gives
I have
us
a question.
Yes, okay, Joe.
Just wondering, 20
process.
I have to think about this.
Nobody
Joe?
did anything in 2020, so like there wouldn't be that many people that died.
This was 2021.
Yeah, I know, but you said it's an increase from 2020, which isn't that impressive considering
What
nobody
was it in
went anywhere.
2019?
Yeah.
Well, no, it's actually been going up for like the last 10 years.
Well,
even
that's
in
unfortunate.
2020. Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
So, but anyway. But
Darn.
it still represents a huge decrease as a result of safety efforts. Now, since we're at the end of round 2, this gives us an awesome opportunity to speak about our sponsor. It is very important to give trains the right of way. The average freight train going 60 miles per hour takes... I can't laugh while saying this, John's face. I'm sorry.
I'll look away. I'll be over here if you need me.
Okay. It is very important to give trains the right of way. The average freight train going 60 miles per hour takes more than a mile to stop. Look, listen, live, and learn more at operationlifesaver.org.
That's like Live, Laugh, Love, but not.
Well,
Did you just give us an actual sponsor?
yes, I did.
Aw.
Very important. Their mission is very important to reduce crossing-related fatalities in the U.S. I very highly suggest you check them out.
This has dumb ways to die energy.
It does. Stay safe
Driving
on
into an
trains.
unmarked railroad crossing.
That video is sponsored by whatever.
Think
You're
it was
right, you're right.
National
City
Rail.
train. Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Richard
Okay.
Nixon's Amtrak or whatever.
So
All
many
right, John,
dumb
let's get an
ways to
update on
die.
points here.
All right, 1 second. I have to do math because I had to roll away so Sam could read an ad. Whoever's editing, can we get like that? We had some like nice bossa nova music last time I did like a John Does Math segment that I've missed deeply. Bring that back.
Hey,
it
I'm
back
very
up.
good. I'm very good at singing the musical numbers. If we want to do that,
Yeah, give it a go.
I don't know what
Give us
this
a
music
try.
sounds like. Just add your numbers. This is John, and he's doing math, and we're going.
Joe, I'm gonna free you from this.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bringing up the tail end. Joe has 5. I came back around with 6, and Alec is currently narrowly in the lead with 7.
I have 7.
Man, that double points
You
question
have
really
7.
saved you.
Woo!
The double points question when you were like, "What other kind of train car do I know?"
That was double points?
Yeah, because you got it
It
before
was
the.
apparently
you got
multiple
before the
choice.
choices.
Oh, cool. Thanks,
All
everybody.
I gotta talk to our question editor.
Okay, so now we're on to level 3. These are each worth 3 points. This is time for the hard ones. Question 11. You're in a rail yard when all of a sudden a railroad employee yells that you're in the foul. What does he mean? Okay, I see John buzzed in first.
I'm too close to the track.
I'll give that to you. It means
can we not see
technically
we're
that you're...
closer?
Huh?
Can we not keep guessing and see if we can get closer? Well, it's Alec first.
Well, okay, go ahead, Alec. John's was pretty close.
Are you standing in that little gravelly area?
Okay, that's called the ballast.
Okay.
But,
So
okay.
That's different
That's
than the
kind of
foul.
close, too.
That's also you're standing too close to the track.
Okay, Joe?
My guess is you're in like you can't be seen in a line of sight, like you're in the blind zone.
But then how does he know that you're there? How does he know to yell at you?
Well, it's
Telepathy.
does he just do that every 5 minutes anyway?
maybe he has like a
In
reverse
case
camera.
anyone's out there, you're in the foul.
Move!
Maybe he has a reverse camera.
Okay. So I'm going to give the 3 points to John here. The technical term means that you're standing close enough to the track to be hit by a passing train.
Okay.
This is
That's
usually
too
defined
close
as
to
standing...
the track.
Yeah. This is usually defined as standing within 4 feet of the nearest rail, since trains overhang the rails on each side by approximately 4 feet. So, good job, John.
So if you're standing 5 feet away, they're like, you're good. Don't worry about it.
Joe, do that math right now. Do it.
Well, I was
Do
just
it.
going to say, for those Canadian neighbours, in the foul also can mean you're in a flock of geese.
Or that you just ripped a stinky tooth.
Yeah, that too.
You know, when you're in a rail yard and you rip a stinky tooth.
It happens to
You
all of
can't
us.
fart here. Rip ass elsewhere.
Okay. It's very dangerous to railroad safety. Okay.
You can find out more about that at the website Sam mentioned earlier.
Stop.
Live, laugh, love.
Amtrak.com/stinky2.
Stinky 2.
All right. Okay, here we go. Question 12. This is a multiple choice one. The 1993 Big Bayou Canot accident was the second worst rail accident in U.S. history, resulting in 47 deaths and 103 injuries among the Amtrak train's passengers. What deformed the rails that caused the train to derail into the bayou?
When was this?
This was in 1993. This is the worst accident in modern American history in terms of deaths. Okay, I see Alec first.
Don't laugh.
Don't say a stinky too.
Don't you dare fucking laugh at this comedy podcast.
If anyone laughs at this, alligator.
You think an alligator could derail an Amtrak train?
Have you ever seen an alligator, Sam?
You said the bayou.
Yes, okay, there were alligators there, but unfortunately that is not correct. Joe?
Unfortunately.
Or sorry, John was next.
That's me, but thanks. Was it hurricane-related soil erosion?
No. Okay, Joe?
That was going to be my guess. I'm going to...
That's what I know down there, crocodiles and hurricanes, right?
No, I said alligator. You could try crocodile.
Give crocodile a shot.
Give the choices.
There's choices.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's choices! I forgot about the choices! Can we unbuzz?
No, it's my turn next.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, not how that's worked this episode.
No, I cleared it. Once I read the choices, it resets. Okay, here we go.
All right, okay.
Bill Clinton's
The
election.
options are A, a passing barge colliding with the bridge. B, shelling, which is the internal wearing of rails from the inside out. C,
not Warzone,
intentional sabotage. D, heat expansion. Or E, rotten wooden railroad ties. Okay, I see Joe first.
Well, it's Louisiana, so it's hot and humid, so I'm going to guess that the wood rotted.
That is not correct. Also, it was in Alabama, but okay.
They're not allowed to have a
I
bayou.
threw you off with alligator.
John is next.
I'm going to say, since this was like the most complicated, the barge hit the bridge.
That is
and
incorrect.
Then knocked everything. Ugh.
Sorry. Okay, Alec.
Okay, I guess this is my final shot. I'm gonna say the
Crocodile. Crocodile's still out there.
It wasn't a choice. I'm gonna say the boringest one, which is thermal expansion.
That is not correct.
Darn!
I was
Is it
going to say...
intentional sabotage? This was intentional sabotage?
Yes, it was intentional sabotage.
Oh my God.
A teenage
By an
boy
alligator.
named Joseph Boardman.
Crocodile.
Yes, a teenage boy named Joseph Boardman cut the rail and then rewired a switch so the signal that has a current running through the rail that would normally turn red if the rail's disconnected, rewired it so that the signal would stay green, and the train 70 miles an hour went right into the cut piece of track and derailed into the bayou.
Yikes! Was he?
So is he
Not
like
fun.
in prison?
Was he charged
Yes.
with
Forever?
like 1,000 counts of murder or whatever?
I'm not
47.
sure specifically what he was charged with, but
Little do our contestants know that this was the fake answer. Looks like they were fooled this time.
okay.
He was
Fun
also known as
fact.
the alligator.
Okay, but he
Known
didn't derail it with
eco-terrorist,
his
the
body.
alligator.
I didn't say alligator
okay.
did it with his body.
Oh,
Intentionally
I thought you
sabotaged
meant...
by an alligator.
Okay. I thought you meant like the alligator crawled onto the track, train hit it,
No,
and
it chomped
derailed,
it.
and I'm like,
No, just like various alligator-related
It
deformities.
was like gnawing on the rail. That's what I was imagining.
all right.
I'll let it
fun
go.
fact.
Moving on.
Fun fact here. Amtrak's fatality rate is approximately 0.15 per billion passenger miles. For context, this figure is a whopping 7.3 per billion for cars, but it's only 0.07 per billion for airlines. So you could say Amtrak is around twice as dangerous as airlines in terms of billion passenger miles. There you go.
More prone to teenage boy sabotage.
Yes, sabotage. Question 13. In which country is the longest perfectly straight section of railroad track located? It is almost 300 miles long. Alec?
The Soviet Union, aka Russia.
That is not correct. Good guess, though.
Okay.
John?
I'm going to say India.
That is also incorrect. Joe?
Well, I'm torn between Canada or the US, because I know they have a long railroad, and we learnt about how the effect of the Coriolis force on that. I'm going to guess Canada.
That is also incorrect. Okay, at this point, it's a free-for-all. Just throw out countries that you think it
US.
might
The United
be.
States, Chile, Argentina, China.
The UK.
I'm just going to keep naming countries until someone
Australia.
stops me.
New Zealand.
Poland.
Yes, Alec got it.
I got it?
Australia. Oh.
Australia.
Is it in
Joe,
Yes.
there's not
Outback?
300 miles in the UK for that.
Yes, there is.
What, up and down?
I don't know. It's a roller coaster.
Up and down.
Give me those 3 Aussie points, John.
I got you, bud.
Yes, so it's part of the Trans-Australian Railway, and for 297 miles, it's completely arrow straight and not deviating whatsoever. It can even be seen from space, and according to former astronaut Andy Thomas, it was like a very fine line, like someone had drawn a very fine pencil line across the desert.
So if it's straight,
cute.
that means
There you
the
go.
Earth is flat, right?
It has to.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it
It
curves.
just kind of like
well,
balances.
Yes, the Earth
No.
is flat.
There we go.
Confirmed. Moving on.
We figured
we
it
need
out.
logical consistency on this podcast.
All right,
The Earth
we
is
just
flat,
have 2
and then that
questions
is on
left
top
here.
of 4 elephants, and then that is on top of a giant turtle. We all know this to be true. Onwards.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Okay.
Good one, Joe.
Question 14.
I can't believe Thomas Jefferson just wrote "Live, Laugh, Love," and we were all like, "Yeah, Joe, exactly."
Wait, live, laugh, love. That's the train slogan again.
Look, listen, live. Yeah.
Click it or ticket.
Okay, question 14. What percentage of freight cargo worldwide is transported by train at some point in its journey? This is Price is Right rules. Okay, Joe?
I'm going to say that's a solid 79%.
Okay, John?
67%.
Okay, Alec?
80%.
Oh,
That's the easiest decision ever.
Well, not until you hear the answer.
Did we all
79?
go? We all overshot it.
So the answer is 40%.
Oh, so we all lose.
Well, Price is Right rules. We don't get that.
wait, I would like to have
Yeah.
another guess.
Yeah, so no one gets those points. That was kind
I'm
of
so glad that
embarrassing.
Alec didn't get that, or else I would have had to driven out all the way to his undisclosed location.
all the way here.
Yeah, all the way there.
All the way to.
Or you could hop on Amtrak.
I could.
Amtrak.com/stinky2.
All aboard. All aboard. Anyway. All right, we've reached our final question.
Oh, no.
Question 15. U.S. railroads run on what is known as standard gauge track. What is the distance in inches between the rails for this gauge of track? Closest wins. Okay, Joe?
Oh, so I believe it's 4'6". So 4
Inches, Joe. Inches.
Yeah, I know. 4 times 12 is
48.
You can do it.
48 plus I said 6, so that is 54. Quick fast math.
Quick, fast math.
Okay, so Joe says 54. John?
All right. I'll say a flat 50.
Okay. And Alec?
Okay. I do know that this width comes from the same width of like a horse carriage, because when they made the standard width, it was from in the Europe somewhere, and they just put the tracks right on top of like the rivets from people's horse carriages. Not that I know what that width is.
That doesn't help you at all.
Not about what the
But
width
you know the history.
How
Very
wide do you
impressive.
think a horse is?
What
So
did you
Joe
say,
said
John?
54, and John
How wide
said
do you think
50.
a horse is? Oh, I said 50 inches.
Okay. You guys sound pretty close. I don't know. I'm going to say...
Say 52, split the difference.
52.
Okay, Joe gets the points here. The answer is 56.5.
Ooh.
4 foot 8.5.
8.5. Okay.
You were really close.
And
I knew it was up there.
very impressive, Joe. fun fact, Alec kind of stole this fun fact. This distance is derived from the original specification for an Imperial Roman army war chariot. In the end, wagons maintained this Roman specification until wagon building tools were eventually used to construct the first standard gauge railroads in England. Since the first American railroads were built by English expatriates, this gauge has been the standard since American railroads began. So, 4 foot 8.5 inches.
So, just a question, are narrow gauge trains, are they consistent? Are they a certain amount as well? Or does that just mean
Yes,
they're narrower
they would be less.
than standard? Okay. But it's a standardized number as well?
They're skinny.
Yes. They're skinny.
Skinny Legends narrow gauge trains.
Okay, so, John, would you like to reveal the results?
Of course. Nothing has changed, really. So Joe is now at 8, I am at 9, and Alec is at 10.
Wow. Okay, now, does anyone have a guess as to what the challenge question was? You know it's not the Abraham Lincoln one because that was just my research mistake.
Can I get 3 points for that?
It could be any of... No, everyone did, Joe.
I caught it first. I buzzed in first.
But it could be...
I mean, technically, yeah,
could be
Abraham
any of the
Lincoln.
questions.
Can we hear Squeaky Sam with the answers?
Like we always do.
I like Squeaky Sam.
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
Dun,
Yes,
dun,
okay.
dun, 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 dun.
Okay.
Is this what you wanted? Is this entertaining? You fools.
Okay, so with all that in mind, go ahead and I guess you can buzz in if you have a guess for what the challenge question was. Okay, Joe?
I'd like to challenge the penultimate one, which was the cargo one that was low.
The mixed consist?
No, the one that was what
The
percentage
40%.
of...
Yeah.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, how much cargo has been taken on trains?
No, that is correct.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, I mean, truckers have to make money somehow, Joe.
Right. Okay, John?
All right. Gosh, I never like challenging things. I'm going to say that you're wrong about the longest straight segment of track. There's just so much room in
That's what I was
Siberia
thinking
for a
as
straight
well.
track.
Nope, it's Australia.
That's unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm gonna win either way now, right?
Yeah, you win this.
So I'll try. Was it the train murder guy? Was it not actually intentional?
It was actually an alligator.
That is correct, Alec. That was the challenge question.
That's it?
Yes, It was not intentional
Was
sabotage.
it the boat hitting the bar, like the barge hitting the bridge?
Yes. Mm-hmm. So Joseph Boardman actually did... Sorry, John, because you did get that right. So Joseph Boardman actually did sabotage a different Amtrak train. It didn't kill that many people, but yes, it was the tugboat Mavilla collided with the bridge. It got lost in the fog, hit the bridge. It had originally been built as a swing bridge, and that dislodged the swinging part of the bridge, and the train hit the dislodged section and derailed into the bayou. But the deaths and injuries are correct at 47 and 103. But Alec gets the 3 points. Yay!
I'm so happy. I have not won before.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going to say, Alec, is this your first win?
I'm pretty sure.
That's impressive. How have we gone this long?
I don't know. I've been on a lot.
You're now officially a train spotter.
There you go. You are. You get your train spotter badge.
I need one of those fisheye GoPros on my face.
Oh,
the one that
Francis Bourgeois.
gives you that horrible. I love that you know his name.
Yeah.
You're familiar
yes.
enough with this man's work that
Francis
you know
Bourgeois.
Francis Bourgeois.
Who doesn't know Francis Bourgeois?
I mean, I'm familiar with his work.
Okay.
Sorry, I threw out my scorecard in disgust. I had to wheel away.
I would be disgusted, John, because you did get the right answer on that one.
I got it right. It's whatever.
That's the worst.
I felt it in my soul, and instead I let Trans-Siberian Orchestra delude me.
Well, folks, it looks like we've rolled into the station, so that's all the time we have. Thanks for riding Train 1, and we'll see you next week.
Choo choo. Toot toot.
I guess trains do roll, don't they?